First things first, Saboga tribe getting your first look at the new Shapira tribe. Daryl, voted out at last night's tribal council. Okay, drop your buffs, we are switching tribes. When I saw the tribe swap twist for the first time, I was wondering how I would tackle that if I was put in that situation. So we're about to find out how I'm gonna thrive in a tribe swap situation. I should be fine, but who knows? It could be dangerous. Okay, on the Saboga tribe we have Jerry, David, Grace and Josh from original Saboga, and Marjorie, Jessica and Georgia from original Shapira. On the new Shapira tribe we have Rob, Mike and Madison from original Shapira, and Jim, Lexi, Nick and Kelly from original Saboga. Alright, head up to your new tribes. I'll see you for the first immunity challenge. Last night's tribal was really bad for me because Daryl was a very big part of my game. He was a very good ally of mine and he got voted out. And the worst thing is that Marjorie, you know, she betrayed me. I mean, she explained that she did it because she thought Daryl was a big threat, and I understand that, and I respect that. However, I don't know if I can work with her, but it's the tribe swap now. So I've got to try and reset my game from a place that I'm not very comfortable with. Welcome to our camp. This is the shelter. It's pretty ordinary. No, it looks good. So normally when you come into a tribe swap and you have a 4-3 advantage, you'd be sitting pretty, but I'm not really feeling that because it's me and Lexi in an alliance, and you've got Nick and Kelly in an alliance. And we're not really working together. So there's a real chance that those three, the other three, or the Shapira three, as I'm calling them, work together, so then they have a majority, because the 4 Saboga members won't work together. How do you feel? Honestly, a bit worried. Why is that? Well, because I don't see what's stopping Mike, Rob, and Madison, if they work together, of taking one of us out. Why would they? We have a majority. Yeah, but we don't, because me and you aren't working with Nick and Kelly, are we? I have a feeling that we could be in trouble. Now, we could potentially try and work with those two, but I'm really not counting on it because we are kind of opposing each other, and I don't think the 4 of us could really work together for a long term. So I think it's better off if we do get a tribal trying to get one of them out. Jim is a little worried, and I see why. I mean, the reason why he's worried just makes sense to me. And if he's worried, then I'm in trouble as well. His plan is to try and take out Nick or Kelly by getting, I guess, supposing Mike, Rob, and Madison to work with us. If that's what it takes to pull off the move, I will do that. You know, you got to stand with your allies in this game. Even, I don't know if our plan's going to work, but I'm willing to do it for the benefit of our allies. And hopefully we can pull off a move against those two if we are to lose. Oh, hey Madison, what do you want? Can I talk to you too? Sure. So, I know we're kind of on separate pages, especially after the last vote, but I have a feeling we should work together. Where's that? Just keep things simple, you know? I mean, I think it would be beneficial for the 3 of us because I have good connections with Nick and Kelly, so I could probably get them on board with us, and we should have an easy 5-person alliance and an easy 2 votes if we need it. I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So, I know that Mike and Rob have a lot of reasons to not trust me. However, I know them the best, and I also know Nick and Kelly the best. And that could be a very easy 5-person alliance just to make us through to the merge. Because we've got 2 easy votes on Jim and Lexi, and I think that will be beneficial for us. Because A, it gets me into the merge hopefully, and B, it hopefully strengthens my connections with a few people to keep me around. What do you feel about that? Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know either. I mean, I'm willing to trust almost anybody in this game. However, you know, it's twice Madison hasn't worked with me. She didn't work with me when Emily got voted out, and then Daryl got voted out, and I really, really had a strong connection with Daryl. Yeah, I mean, so did I. And I mean, like, I'm down to, like, with some easy votes, same, but trust issues, yes, trust. My game isn't going as fun as I wanted it to be. I mean, come on, it's fun, surviving in the wilderness, always been really fun to me. However, the strategy is really getting in the road a little bit. And I understand that's the point, and I'm here to do some strategy as well, of course I am. But like I said, I'm in a very emotional state right now with everything happening outside Survivor. And I come here and I meet this dude, Daryl, and he's the nicest guy I've met, and he gets voted out. You can't win in this game. You either win the $1 million or you're just the biggest loser. So I need to regather and rebuild. I've got Mike, I trust the dude, but I just feel like something isn't right here, and I want to know what's up. Hey, the old squad is on one tribe again. Only person who's missing is Roger. Yeah. So, I'm trying to get in goods with Mike and Rob, even though I didn't vote with them last tribal. And I think if I can do that, the 3 of us and those 2 could be an easy 5-person alliance just to get us through to the merge. I'm down for that. It's pretty simple. I've gone to 1 tribal council so far this season, and it didn't go my way really at all. And hopefully with this plan that Madison has brought up, I can get to the merge with, like, you know, votes going my way, and I would appreciate that, because I get to the merge, you know, I've got an alliance formed, and then all of a sudden I can start to take control and hopefully be a 2-time winner. You know, this game has been pretty slow for me, but hopefully, well, we can put up a 5-person alliance, chip our way through to the merge, and then, you know, like I said, really start hammering home from there. Hey Jim, how are you? Good? What are you doing here? Just relaxing. As usual, kind of spend most of my time there. Well, strong people have to rest, I guess. How's the game been for you? It hasn't been great. I mean, I haven't really been on the right side of the vote since the first tribal, which is never a good sign. Why? How has it been for you? I've only been to the 1 tribal, and it was I was on the right side of the vote, I guess, so kind of a bit different, but it's been pretty boring. So what would you like the original tribe like? Well, I guess it was as good as it could be. I mean, we lost 3 immunity challenges, which is something I don't particularly like. I like to win, don't we all? True. Yeah, but our tribe was pretty much fine. I mean, except for the fact that, you know, Daryl, I really liked the dude, and he got voted out, and I was a bit disappointed about that. Well, if you need a new ally, I mean, like, I'm happy to get to know you, and, I mean, me and Lexi get along well together. We can be a pretty good environment, and at times, strategy comes behind social. When I first came to this beach, a little over 3 hours ago, I thought Rob was going to be this really talkative guy, but he hasn't really been that. He's been very quiet, been very sensitive. When watching season 2, he wasn't like that at all. So I'm very curious to see his story and understand his story and why he might be this, you know, sad guy. So I'm gonna let you in on something very important. Okay? Me and Jerry were in an alliance on the other tribe. What about you? What did you have any connections with Georgia? Interesting you should say that, because literally the last tribal, me and Georgia did actually work together. Huh. So potentially if we get to merge together, the four of us, let's say, which is a bit of a stretch, but let's say that does happen. I think the four of us should work together, the four winners. I mean, there's been a few variants of Survivor All-Stars. Never seen that before. I like the way you're thinking. Is four winners working together a smart thing? Probably not. But as long as it's enough to convince Mike to work with me and, well, Madison and Nick, of course, that is good enough, because that means we have a 4, which is not a 5, but it's good enough for a majority. I need to do my part to secure the fact that we have a majority alliance going into the merge. So convincing Mike to work with me is just step 1 of this plan. So this is our camp, this is our shelter. It's pretty cozy, I guess. Feel free to make yourself at home. Cool, I like it here so far. The tribe swap went very badly for me. And that's because my allies are on the other tribe. And the people I've got on this tribe are people, other than maybe Grace, I could potentially work with her, are people I don't really see myself working with. Not a good sign. We're not off to a good start here. Although we were we voted Daryl because we thought it was a better move. I think the two of us should really work together. I think that's smart as well, because we've got connections. I mean, we don't really have a big connection with Jessica, other than the fact that we worked with her, but I'm absolutely down to working with you. It seems like I'm about to ditch Mike and join up with Georgia. Well, ditch Mike is kind of a harsh term. I still like Mike, but you know, I think at the moment I need to work with Georgia because me and her work together when voting for Daryl, and we're on the same tribe, so it just makes sense, don't you think? Hey Grace. Yeah, Jerry? Who's better, me or Georgia? Huh. Oh, definitely Georgia. See, told you, Jerry. Oh, come on, I did everything first. But you really didn't. Yes, I did. I really set the pavement, don't you think? I mean, yeah, but it's Georgia. She built the building. Oh, for God's sake. I'm kind of playing out this the same way I started out on the original Saboga camp, and that is just socialize. You can't get anywhere if you don't have allies. I do have absolutely nobody, and that doesn't faze me at all. I know Jessica, I know Grace, I know Josh, although if things go south, Josh would be an easy vote. At the moment, I think the best vote going forward is ironically David, because he just doesn't fit, if you know what I mean. I wanted to vote David out the first time, and now he doesn't have any of his allies other than maybe Grace, and so I think he is at most vulnerable, and I think it would be a simple vote that people can agree on. So, would you guys be open to voting for David? Really? Why David? Well, I just think it's the simplest vote we've got, because David's allies are all on the other tribe, and I really think that, I mean, Georgia, you might be able to relate to this. We want to just get to the merge, right? Absolutely. Yes, indeed. I think it'd just be a simple vote. Get through to the next vote, get through to another vote, and then if we do lose again, then I think we've got Josh as another very easy vote. Take up those two because they seem to be on the outs. Would Marjorie and Jessica be open to doing this? I think Marjorie would. Jessica is probably a question mark, but we only need Marjorie. I really don't want to vote for David because I feel like it would be betraying Jim and Lexi. However, they don't control my game. And I feel like if we were to meet again and I did vote for David, I think they would understand my position and that David was on the outs and I simply just want to have a simple vote. And I think they would understand that even if they were a bit annoyed with me. It's very difficult because you don't want to piss people off, but you kind of have to get further in the game. Something I don't like to do, but it's something I feel like is necessary. Because at the end of the day, I'm here to win. Look, my understanding is that those guys, they're like, let's call them the hyenas, and we're the big threats. We're the lions, let's say, right? If we go after each other late in the game, then everybody on the outside will just, you know, easy votes and just take us out because we're going after each other. I think we need a neutral agreement. It might not be an alliance, but it's an agreement that we won't go after each other. You know, because if we do, then people are just going to think we're easy votes and take us out. I mean, that is smart, and I like smart ideas. So, do you want to work with me on this? Sure. I decided to give Georgia the same arrangement that I gave with Callie, that if we go after each other, people on the outside would just take us out. And yeah, I think she wants to take that arrangement on, like Callie did, and I think that's very important because we're big threats, and big threats shouldn't realistically go after each other, otherwise it's just bad, because it's like a big explosion, basically, like a big explosion, and then people on the outside are like, oh, we need to stop the explosion, so let's just take one of them out. Easy peasy, easy done. Oh, look, we took out a big threat, now we're winning the game. I don't want any of that, and I need to make sure all winners are on board. Yeah, Jerry, I'll take on your deal. Yeah, I'm 100% for that, and I'm not being sarcastic here, people. I'll do it until I don't want to do it anymore. And when I don't want to do something anymore, I just nah, I'll throw it away. If I need to, I will vote out Jerry later, because he's a big threat. He's a very big threat. And for a little bit, we can do this so-called arrangement. And after that, after I'm like, no, we're done here, I'll just vote him out. Because that's how I roll. And I do it very, very well. Are you ready to get to your first immunity challenge as new tribes? Yeah! Okay, for today's challenge, 5 members of each tribe will race over a pyramid step to collect some puzzle pieces. They will then bring those puzzle pieces back, with the last 2 members will work together to reassemble this pattern. You must remember it. First tribe to do so will win immunity safe from the vote. Losers trouble counts, where somebody will be the 5th person voted out of this game. Alright, give you guys a moment to strategize and we'll get started. Okay, for Saboga tribe we have Grace, Georgia, Josh, Jerry and Jessica going up to get the pieces, while David and Marjorie will be assembling the pattern. Meanwhile, on Shapiro we have Mike, Lexi, Jim, Nick and Rob going up to get the pieces, while Madison and Callie will be building the puzzle. Okay, survivors ready? Go! Grace and Mike going over the pyramids. Grace and Mike are neck and neck coming down the pyramids now. Grace and Mike are over the pyramids, now collect the piece. Mike and Grace bringing back their first pieces for their tribe. Both of them bringing back their first piece. Mike seems to be dragging behind a little bit. Both of them come back with their tribe's first piece. The next person can go. Jim is out in the course. So is Georgia. Jim at the moment seems to be slightly in front of Georgia. Jim has got a piece. Georgia's collecting a piece. Jim is in front of Georgia at the moment. This could be bad for Saboga. Jim arrives back with his tribe's second piece. Georgia's coming back. By the way, the next person from Shapiro can go. Lexi is out in the course. Meanwhile, Georgia has brought back her tribe's second piece. Their 3rd member can go. Josh and Lexi are out in the course, but it is Shapiro in the lead. Lexi is across and now is grabbing her tribe's 3rd piece. Josh, meanwhile, is almost across, but he's got to pick up the pace. Josh has got his tribe's 3rd piece. Lexi is bringing back her tribe's 3rd piece, meanwhile. Lexi has brought back her tribe's 3rd piece. The 4th person can go. Josh is bringing back his tribe's 3rd piece. Josh has brought back his tribe's 3rd piece. The next member of Saboga can go. Meanwhile, Rob is literally galloping over the pyramid. Rob is over the pyramid. Meanwhile, Jerry is trying to go as quickly as he can. Rob is coming back with another piece. Meanwhile, Jerry is catching up. Come on, you old goat, you can do better than this. Thank you for the support. Jerry is able to get Saboga back into this challenge. Both Rob and Jerry bring their 4th piece back at the same time. The final member can go. Jessica gets to the summit of the pyramid very quickly. But Nick is over the summit of the pyramid very quickly as well. This could be a tight finish. Jessica has her tribe's 5th piece. Meanwhile, Nick brings back his tribe's 5th piece at the moment. He is going quick. Nick brings back his tribe's 5th and final piece. It's up to the puzzle builders now. Jessica almost behind him. Jessica has brought back her tribe's 5th and final piece. It's up to the puzzle builders now. Meanwhile, Shapira's puzzle builders are working well. Saboga's puzzle builders are doing a lot of construction on the ground to catch up to Shapira, who are doing very well at this stage. Both pairs of puzzle builders are going very quick at the moment. This could be a close finish. Both pairs of puzzle builders going very well at the moment. This could be a very tight finish. Let me have a look. And they do it. Shapira wins immunity and is safe from the vote. Damn it. It's okay, man. We were close. Congratulations, Shapira tribe, on winning immunity. No one going home from your tribe. As for Saboga, the same can't be said. We've got tribal council with me tonight, where somebody will be the 5th person voted out of this game. Alright, grab yourself a bet to camp. Saboga tribe, I'll see you tonight. Today's win reminded me of what it's like to just enjoy the game. You know, today was just an enjoyable day because you got a bit of harmless teasing from, you know, Nick that makes me feel better, and we also won as a group, and it was a good team effort. So I was down, but now I'm up again, and I feel pretty good about myself at the moment. I would be lying if I felt safe. I don't feel safe at the moment. I feel very worried, and that honestly makes the loss just harder to take. But guys, I'm sorry. I probably should have gone a bit quicker. Oh, you don't need to blame yourself. Honestly, dude, I think it was just Nick going as quickly as he possibly humanely could that lost us the challenge there. It's not your fault. Thank you, guys. I just feel like I kind of lost it for us. David feels paranoid, which is excellent for me, especially what I plan to do tonight. I don't plan on sitting on my hands and allowing stuff to happen. Not anymore. I've done that for far too long. It's time to really roll up my sleeves and play strategically. Hey. Oh, hey. Long time no see. Yeah, I suppose this connection, kind of really started everything, didn't it? Anyway, I'm proposing a pretty simple vote. I'm listening. Music to my ears at the moment. So, I think everybody is good on voting for David. I'm not sure about Grace, and I'm not sure about Josh, but I'm pretty sure everybody will be open to voting for David. I'm down for that. I mean, he's the only real guy I know other than, well, obviously George and Marge because I played with them, but I guess Mike seems like an easy vote. I'm down to doing that. So I'm fine with voting David. It just seems like a pretty easy vote. And I'm all for that because last tribal, some bombshells were dropped. Now, there's nobody on this tribe that I particularly hurt in some way, like, well, with the move I decided to make. So I'm fine with voting out David. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the guy. I don't really want to work with Jerry, though. I can work with him tonight, but I'm not going to work in an alliance with him. Been there, done that, didn't work out for me because he ended up $1 million richer than me after the game, and that kind of seemed a bit unfair. But yeah, no, I'm not really going to work with Jerry, but I'm fine with taking out David. Problem solved. That seems easy to me. I'm just going to let you in on what's going on. Okay, so me, Jerry, and Grace are voting for David. If you join, that will be majority, and I think Jerry's also going to try and get Jessica and Josh on board just to secure the vote. And so it should end up in a pretty easy vote on David. David goes home 6-1. Does he have an idol? I personally don't think so, but Jerry seems pretty confident with it, so I presume someone else has got the idol, or if the idol has not been found even. So I think that seems to be the easiest vote. I'm fine with voting out David. You know, I think he's untrustworthy because, well, from watching season 1, I don't know what he's like, but I guess I won't really figure out what he's like because he just seems like an easy vote right now, and I'm all for this. Hey Josh, hey you two, what do you want? You'll be fine to voting for David, right? David, today we're voting for. Yeah, I think everyone's going to do it. We just didn't want to leave you out of the loop because it just seemed pointless not to. And yeah, David's the vote tonight. Okay, well, I guess I'm down. So, Originally, Jerry wasn't really going to ask Josh, but I kind of convinced him to do so because, I mean, as much as I want to trust Georgia and Marjorie, there's a chance that they won't work with us. There's just a chance, and I know that the more people you have voting for somebody, if someone does flip, at least you still have the majority. So you can never be too safe in this game, because if you get too comfortable, this game will eat you alive. So hopefully we have 6 votes on David, and if we don't, hopefully we have a majority. That's the entire point of getting everybody on board. People voting for David is honestly ideal for the move I want to make. Now I'm just watching the sun. Now I'm just watching the time. Well, even though I don't ever watch, I'm just watching the time, waiting for the perfect opportunity. 5 minutes before Tribal Council. Then I'll go and talk to David. He'll be stressed out of his mind because no one's talking to him. He'll be convinced that he's going home, and that will be the perfect opportunity to manipulate him. And then I can pull off my strategic move. How are you feeling? Dude, not good at all. No one's talking to me. I'm convinced I'm the target. Okay, you are. I am. Yes, everyone's voting for you tonight. Well, what the hell am I meant to do? Alright, I can save you tonight, but you have to do as I say. So, David comes up to me and he's willing to give me a lifeline. Now, I'm not 100% sure what this is, so I'm a bit freaked out. But I know this is my one chance. If I get this wrong, if I don't take this, then I'm going home. You can claim, oh, David's going to get manipulated. Oh no, I don't care if I'm getting manipulated as long as I stay. Because if I don't stay, then I don't win $1 million. Tonight, I need to make a big decision. And whether I do it or not, completely up to me. Now, I can save David tonight. I've told him what he needs to do. Whether I do it or not purely just comes down to how I feel. I want to make a strategic move, but also, like I said a while ago, I could also just play it safe. You know, why not? But also, I just want to I've been kind of bored about the way I'm playing, and I just want to make a move. So, I hold all the power tonight. You better believe that I hold all the power tonight. Welcome, Saboga tribe. It's your first tribal council as a new tribe. So, Jerry, with the tribe swap, you've never witnessed that before. How did you feel? Well, I felt a little bit worried. I mean, there's a few people here that, other than me, who never had witnessed the tribe swap. And I suppose, you know, we had to adapt to that. But we had to adapt to a bunch of other things. I mean, we never had immunity idols, and we've tried to adapt to that, even though an idol has not been played yet. But, you know, we'll keep adapting, and that's what we do. And especially as a winner, I always had to adapt. So it's not really an issue to me. Jessica, how do you feel coming from a tribe that wasn't doing great in immunity challenges, and now you're back at tribal council again? Is that a bad sign? Jeff, I mean, I don't mind tribal councils. Good girl, you don't mind tribal councils. You don't either? Oh, I love it here. Yeah, well, me and Josh love tribal councils because this is where the game is played. So I really don't mind coming here. Georgia, what about you? How do you feel? Nah, about the same. I mean, it sucks to lose because you get to lose a member, but you know, I mean, the bonding over the last few days has been good, but you know, this is where the game is played, so yeah, it doesn't affect me. So, Grace, how do you feel coming into tonight? Nervous, Jeff? I mean, you never can feel safe in this game because even if you're pretty sure you've got an easy vote, there might be something bigger at play, like an idol, like Jerry mentioned earlier, although we haven't had an idol play yet, so who knows what's going to happen tonight. Okay, well that is time to vote. Marjorie, you'll start us off. David, I can see that you've tried to work very hard to reshape your game, but unfortunately tonight, yeah, it's going to end here, so hope it was worth it. I'll go tally the votes. Okay, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Yeah, Jeff, tonight I planned to do exactly what I said I was going to do. to my allies, and that's exactly what I did. But I decided that's boring. Jeff, I'm going to be playing this for David tonight.
Just wow. No way.
This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for David will no longer count. I'll read the votes. First vote, David does not count. Second vote, David does not count. Third vote, David does not count. That's 3 votes David, none of them count. 3 votes left. Fourth vote, David. That's 4 votes David, none of them count. Fifth vote, David. That's 5 votes David, none of them count. Sixth vote, David. That's 6 votes David, none of them count. 1 vote left. The 7th and final vote, and the 5th person voted out of Survivor All-Stars, Grace. What? Damn it! Really? What can I say? I like to play this game a bit on the edge. Grace, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Yours or his choice? His choice. Sorry, dude. I'll explain if I can. Well, I could only predict it. With the mass amounts of blindsides happening, an idol was sure to show up eventually. Grab your torches about to camp. Good night. I don't even know what to say because I'm still in utter shock.
I mean, where do I begin? Obviously, I'm disappointed. I mean, this really wasn't the way I thought my game would go. I thought I was on a solid path, you know. I didn't know exactly where my game was going to go, but I didn't think I was going to be voted out this early. And it would have been nice to just stay a little bit longer and start to evolve my game into something better.
I'm not going to pretend that I'm happy because I'm not sad. I can't believe it.